finest professional wrestling from the Northeast and Mid-Atlantic region, Capitol Wrestling.
You know, after months of talking the talk, it took a little bit, but I'm finally showing everybody that I walk the walk. In fact, after beating the franchise player Sonny Kiss, the Bad Apple has proven to everybody that he's the one that's going to put Capitol Wrestling on his back. And Paul Jordane, I understand you're a little angry. Yeah, I went to management and I told them I could beat you in 15 minutes. But see, I'm not done proving myself. And we can't all be like Ken Dixon, who gets a title handed to them. The rest of us have to work for it. So I understand you might have felt slighted. You're real angry. But just remember that punching bags don't hit back. The Bad Apple does. And after I finish with the tall bitch, I'm coming after the bald bitch. How do you like them apples?
Fighting out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, with an official weight of 220 pounds, this is Dave Reed.
And here we are, and is he putting on protective goggles? He is putting on protective goggles.
Wait a minute.
This match
Who's in the ring now?
Is that Logan?
It's the King of Chaos himself, the leader of the AOC. What is going on here today? Oh!
And down goes Francis Kip Stevens, and
with those knucks, those brass knuckles again.
Where's that jacket? And
Dave Reed getting out of the ring wisely.
Mama didn't raise a fool. He ran right out of the ring.
Logan Black asking for the microphone here.
Who didn't feel like inviting me to tonight's party? Seriously. You're not about to have another Capitol Wrestling show without bringing the King of Chaos, Logan Black, and the AOC out here again, huh?
What a way to start off.
So here's what I think. I think I'm just going to impose my will in this ring. And I think, buddy, you right there are the smartest man in this building because you got the heck out of Dodge.
I agree.
But I know you showed up for a wrestling match. So, MV Young, Chris Benet, bring out a couple of jabros out the back, and let's have an impromptu match right here, right now.
Logan Black taking over this week's episode of Capitol Wrestling here.
Wait a minute. MV Young, the newest member of the Apostles of Chaos, dragging somebody into the ring. Who is that? What is going on? His head is smoking.
I don't have any information on this wrestler.
From New York, you think that's
Is this a homeless individual that they brought into the? I don't understand what's going on here.
From Port Authority bus terminal again? What is going on?
Well, you know, I think it's great that Logan Black is putting these people to work. You know, I mean, it's an opportunity.
Are we about to have an impromptu six-man tag to open up the show? Don't forget, coming up next is Matt McIntosh taking on Paul Jordane in our main event of the night. Again, you have to wonder what changes for Jourdain with Matthew Ryan Shapiro not at ringside.
Here we are. We're starting off the AOC's newest member. Ooh!
And super kick right to the outside. What is going on? Is that spider webs in his hair?
I don't know. I just don't want any near me.
Yeah.
To be honest, I'm glad we're. Oh,
roll up. 1, 2. 2 count. We don't even know anybody's name other than Reed. Dave Reed. 2 count again on MV Young, the newest member of the AOC. Backslide, 2 count only. Ooh. MV Young.
Oh. Wow, just a German suplex dropping him right on the back of the head.
Right on the back of his head.
Super kick.
Now being tagged in
The AOC is just running amok here in Capitol Wrestling.
That couldn't have felt good.
Just destroying. Trying to fight back just a little bit. And Bene.
This young man, whose name we don't know, this mystery
Opponent get taken down by Bene yet again.
Again, these men. Obviously, we have a lot of wrestlers who come here, looking for work or looking for an opportunity, and
I think this guy on the outside is looking for more than work. I think he's looking for a sandwich.
Well, I mean, that might have been the way they lured him here, but he is in for a fight of his life right now as Bene just...
Here comes Dave Reed. Went for a clothesline, got nothing. Another clothesline, nothing. Driving him back a little bit. Wobbling him. Reed going for it again and caught.
The strength of Bene.
Bene, fall away slam on Reed. Tag is made to, I don't know, what do you call this?
Homeless Jake, I guess?
Homeless Jake.
Yeah, I'll go with that. He looks like a Jake.
Oh. And the King of Chaos makes the tag in.
A kick right to the stomach, and I got to give the bravery a kick.
Getting him up and over. Tilt-a-whirl, went for it.
And now going for a sleeper.
Choking him. All I can see is a puff of dust.
Or is he biting him? I don't.
And drop down. The King of Chaos.
King of Chaos, the bravest man in this arena, willing to inhale whatever that is that homeless Jake has in his hair.
Last time we saw the AOC, they took on the Friends of Tom in a winning effort in a battle that escalated and got out of hand very quickly. And what many are calling the most brutal match in Capitol Wrestling history.
And a sideways slam. Sidewalk slam.
1, 2. And no, look at Bene mocking him, lifting him up.
Get the referee to get in on some of this action.
Doesn't want to put him away just yet. The AOC just toying with this man.
With their literally hand-picked opponents. And by hand, I mean a fist, probably, because this did not look like a voluntary effort.
Getting him up.
Oh!
And down he goes, the AOC. Sinclair taking them both out. 1, 2, 3.
Here are your winners, the Apostles of Chaos.
Not a chance for the AOC here to give any reprieve to these three gentlemen. Unfortunate for Dave Reed here, who came here looking for an opportunity, but stymied by the Apostles of Chaos.
He got an opportunity. He got an opportunity to be wrecked by the AOC. He's lucky to be walking out of here, to be quite honest. And the AOC continues to run amok, to create chaos the way they like it right here at Capitol Wrestling.
I'm doing this in your ring. Violence against violence every time. 1 by 1 by 1.
Don't miss a single moment of Capitol Wrestling television by subscribing to our Twitch. Twitch.tv/Capitol Wrestling not only gives you a brand new episode every Monday night at 7:05, but exclusive content like Capitol Wrestling's World War IV Live, exclusive Match Zero content, Capitol Wrestling Binge Mode Marathons, and the upcoming Level Up with Stephen James and more. Push the button and subscribe to Twitch.tv/Capitol Wrestling. Want more Capitol Wrestling content? Then look no further than our Instagram. Follow at Capitol Wrestling today and see every moment the Capitol has to offer, as well as match announcements, merchandise deals, and more. Come to the Capitol and follow our Instagram today.
Be sure to check out FalseFinish.com, your source for all things False Finish Productions. Check out great content like The Nerd Site and Spot Monkey Radio. We also provide production services for any event, big or small. To inquire, hit us up on our website at FalseFinish.com. That's FalseFinish.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Capitol Wrestling. I'm Stephen James, being joined by Mr. Entertainment, Harry Jourdain, and it's time now for our main event of the evening.
And what a main event it is.
Something that has been thought about, a dream match here in Capitol Wrestling, come to light. And here he is, the the Bad Apple himself from the Orchard, Matt Macintosh.
Matt Macintosh coming off that victory, that huge victory against Sonny Kiss.
Just 3 weeks ago, Matt Macintosh pulled off that victory, beating Sonny Kiss in what many call the greatest match in the history of Capitol Wrestling.
I mean, it was one of the best matches I've seen here. And that's saying a lot because I really respect the quality of wrestling we have here at Capitol Wrestling. And Matt Macintosh, after several months,
Out of the Orchard with an official weight of 213 pounds, the Bad Apple, Matt McIntosh.
finally changing his role here after losing so many matches that he was very frustrated with. He felt he should be the face of Capitol, and he wanted to take on who everyone else thought was the face of Capitol Wrestling, Sonny Kiss.
Well, finally, Matt McIntosh is focusing. Before he was more ego-driven. Now he's focused at the task at hand, and it has paid off episode after episode.
Yeah.
But he has a tall task ahead of him tonight, and pun definitely intended. As the largest star in Capitol Wrestling, one mean son of a bitch, the endgame himself, Paul Jordane.
Look at the intensity in his eyes, but coming to the ring sans Matthew Ryan Shapiro.
Sans Matthew Ryan Shapiro, which I, for one, enjoy. A man like this doesn't need a guy like Matthew Ryan Shapiro. Wait, do we still have that footage from a few weeks ago? Can we see it?
Not run that footage, for the love of God. I don't know who's in the truck.
Hopefully, can we do a picture-in-a-picture?
Enough out of you. Stop, by the way, stop sending it to me. I'm really sick of you're blowing up my emails, you're sending me a text.
It's wonderful. It's actually my home screen on my phone, look.
Stop showing it to me, turn it off, turn it off. Let's focus here on the endgame Paul Jordane. And look at that, the size of this man.
Out of Iron City, Tennessee, standing at 6 feet 8 inches tall with an official weight of 285 pounds. He is the glorious bastard. He is the endgame Paul Jordane.
And the fans not appreciating Paul Jordane, who the last time we saw him was on a multiple 5-on-1 challenge with hand-picked opponents by Matthew Ryan Shapiro and dominated them in an extreme performance, an extremely impressive one at that.
It doesn't get much better than this. Two guys at the top of their game, the Bad Apple Matt McIntosh and the endgame Paul Jordane here. This is going to be an instant classic.
Absolutely.
Matt McIntosh is taking exception to the color choices by Paul Jordane.
Well, I mean, McIntosh should focus a little bit more on the task at hand because this man is a monster.
Jourdain not wrestling here with Matthew Ryan Shapiro. You have to wonder how that'll affect his psyche. Still no word on his condition. I, for one, didn't send a card.
Nah, that's shame on you. I sent flowers every day last week. And by the way, again, please stop sending me
You have a
videos.
text message.
Yeah, I know it. Hold on. Great. Very
Collar
funny.
and elbow tie up
Very
here.
funny, Steven. Very funny. And look at this. Maybe not the wisest strategy for Matt McIntosh.
Paul Jordane, a man who just a few weeks ago beat 6 men in one sitting in the first ever Endgame Invitational.
Yes, and those men all handpicked by Matthew Ryan Shapiro. Some fantastic wrestlers, but again, an amazing display by Paul Jordane, a dominant performance to say the least. But Matt McIntosh doesn't seem to be fazed by him at all psychologically, and that's
Go around by Matt McIntosh.
that's part of
Rear waist lock.
the strategy of Matt McIntosh. He fears no man here at Capitol Wrestling. As far as he's concerned, there's one man, and it's Matt McIntosh.
Oh, and look, Paul Jordane trying to subjugate McIntosh, but McIntosh showing that he will not be put in any place by anyone.
And Jourdain again pushing McIntosh back into the corner.
Trying to turn this
Wow.
into a street fight, slap across the face.
Zero fear by Matt McIntosh.
This man is fearless, forearms again. I don't think anybody's taking it to Paul Jordane like this.
Not even the
And
six.
look at the speed, standing dropkick, but Paul Jordane still on his feet. Ducks underneath, takes his legs out. And a punt-like kick right to the chin. And Jourdain needs to take a breather on the outside. But bad apple, Matt McIntosh won't let him happen.
Wow.
Drop kick from the top, sending Paul Jordane into the crowd. The Capitol faithful.
Well,
That's what you get.
That is definitely an interactive experience.
Someone's going to take a piece of Paul Jordane home. And up and over.
Oh,
Caught.
no.
Caught by Paul Jordane. Oh,
my
and slammed
God.
right down on that steel beam, the hardest part of that ring. And into the steel pole goes the back of
And if
McIntosh.
there's any question if Paul Jordane has lost any intensity without Matthew Ryan Shapiro, he answered it right there.
Paul Jordane has wrestled on national television, has wrestled all over the globe, and right now he is laser focused on hurting the ascending star status of Matt McIntosh.
And Jourdain perhaps mocking the crowd a little bit, trying to get a pro Paul Jordane chant going. Not happening, apparently. Wow, I've never seen Matt McIntosh dominated this way, to be quite honest.
To be fair, I've never seen Paul Jordane break a sweat here in Capitol Wrestling. And Matt McIntosh has definitely made him break a sweat here, having to work hard. Up and over, trying to get him, but 6'8" isn't gonna happen.
Club in the back
Punch
of the head.
right to the head. But you can see McIntosh smartly covering up, trying to absorb some of those blows. But 298 pounds worth of fist.
McIntosh, no dummy.
Lifting him straight up from the ground. That's a grown man, and down he goes, suplex. Cover 1, 2 count only. Kick out by Matt McIntosh.
Only two, says veteran official Mike Keener. And now Jourdain sort of taking his time figuring out what to do next. Almost playing with McIntosh a little bit, but that's a dangerous game to play because
Fans not loving Paul Jordane. Flying elbow. 11 feet when he jumps up, but runs right into a super kick there. And here comes Matt McIntosh. Oh, and an inside-out lariat from Paul Jordane.
I gotta wonder
My
if
God, the strength of this man. How is Matt McIntosh going to overcome cover 1, 2 count only?
I gotta wonder if the strategy of Matt McIntosh was perhaps to come right at Paul Jordane, kind of anger him, get inside his head, and then let him make a mistake. But and that worked for a little bit here. But clearly, Paul Jordane has McIntosh in hand, using the strength to try to wear him down.
Trying to break that vice-like grip of Paul Jordane with those fists to the midsection, but to no avail here.
And look at that knee, probably driving the wind right out of Matt McIntosh.
And again, back down onto the rib cage.
And just trying to break ribs, maybe anything you can do to just eliminate that speed.
The strategy, not taking the breath literally away from Matt McIntosh, damaging those ribs.
I mean,
Irish whip. Right into the corner goes McIntosh.
and Paul Jourdain sort of saying that he is done here. He's finished toying around. He's going to finish off Matt McIntosh right here. And
Matt McIntosh, who's been on a meteoric rise here in Capitol Wrestling, coming off a great high. The last time we saw him defeating Sonny Kiss. Oh, again. Meeting that brick wall. Could this be the end of the rise of Matt McIntosh at the hands of the endgame? Matthew Ryan Shapiro not being here doesn't seem to be affecting Paul Jordane here. But again, you have to give credit where credit is due to Matt McIntosh, for being able to push Paul Jordane to his limits here.
Still withstanding.
Still in control, ducks underneath. Jourdain missing. Kick right to the stomach. Catches the big boot. Ducks underneath. Onto the knee. Kick again to the shin. And right to the chin. Right on the button. And Jourdain is dazed.
This could be the opportunity for Matt McIntosh.
The Irish whip missed. Dodged it just barely. Did Jourdain.
Oh. Forearm right to the throat. And this perhaps is where not having Matthew and Shapiro here is going to hurt Paul Jordane. Maybe he could give him guidance, tell him to slow things down, give him some advice. Now he's on his own.
Matt McIntosh pushing the pace. Enziguri kick there. Right on the chin. Wait a minute, setting up for it. Looking for it, going for the apple slicer, but no! Caught by Jourdain. Belly to belly overhead suplex.
Somewhere, I'm sure Matthew Ryan Shapiro is still proud of. Look at this.
And
again, maybe
Jourdain
focus here. See, this is where someone like Shapiro would tell him, cover him, cover him. I can imagine what Matthew Ryan Shapiro would do.
Jaw jacking with the fans instead. Referee Mike Keener.
Hold on, I got a text. Would you stop?
I'm not gonna stop texting that video. I'm part of a group.
A group for what?
It's a group share. And Paul Jordane grabbing Matt McIntosh by the throat, lifting him up. Looking for it. Choke slam. Matt McIntosh choke slammed. Looking for a cover. 1, 2, but lifts him up. 2 count only.
I don't know if that's a smart move. I'm going to tell you right now. I know guys like to do that when they have things in firm control, but this is Matt McIntosh.
Paul Jordane saying he's not done yet with Matt McIntosh.
I have no doubt Paul Jordane is one hell of an athlete, and he's
all it takes is one apple slicer. Yeah. If he could hit it, Jourdain could be in trouble.
Perhaps hoping to maybe put the last touch on this. Going for the end game here.
Goes for it, end game falls, no! Double drop kick, taking out those legs there. Locking it in. Locking in that submission, he's got him in that.
And look at him maneuver him into the middle of the ring.
Will he tap?
He cannot reach the ropes from here.
Has that modified crossface there, almost a triangle. And Jourdain.
He's doing everything he can
not
not to
McIntosh
tap.
Smartly moving his back to the ropes so Jourdain couldn't get it, but look at the power.
No.
Look at the power. Dropping him on his neck.
Oh, dropping him right on his neck. This has to be it.
Looking for the cover. 1, 2, 2 count again.
And still no.
And look at the frustration on the face of Paul Jordane there.
And I don't think you can blame him because he's done everything he can humanly possible to keep Matt McIntosh down, and he refuses to stay down.
Have you ever seen anyone be able to withstand this kind of punishment, especially at the hands of someone like Paul Jordane?
No. In all the matches that I've called, I've never seen this. And again, he won't quit, and I respect that, but you got to wonder if this is the smartest thing.
This has got to be it. Setting him up for the choke slam.
Oh, no.
Roll through. Rolls underneath, misses the big boot. Here it comes. Going top rope. Apple slicer from the top rope. That's got to be it. Cover him. Cover him. He crawls over. Here it is. 1, 2, 3. And he did it. Wow, what an effort by Matt McIntosh, the bad apple.
I cannot disagree with you.
Pulling out all the stops. Get on your feet.
Fine.
A fantastic main event tonight. And Paul Jordane beside himself.
You're not going to get an argument from me. I mean, Steven, normally I don't like to agree with anything you say, but I can't argue. Matt McIntosh.
What a fantastic matchup. Matt McIntosh putting it all on the line, taking more punishment than anybody has ever taken in Capitol Wrestling at the hands of a 6'8", 298-pound Paul Jordane. still standing and victorious. The meteoric rise of the Bad Apple Matt McIntosh continues.
Just when you think Matt McIntosh is out, he somehow manages to pull something out of his bag of tricks.
Thank you for joining us tonight on Capitol Wrestling. For Mr. Entertainment, Harry Jourdain, I'm Stephen James. Good luck and good night.
Want to watch every single episode of Capitol Wrestling Television? Miss an episode of the Capitol Wrestling Podcast? Don't fret, because the Capitol Wrestling YouTube channel has all that and more. YouTube.com/Capitol Wrestling is your hub for all things Capitol. Don't miss a single moment of Capitol Wrestling Television by subscribing to our Twitch. Twitch.tv/Capitol Wrestling not only gives you a brand new episode every Monday night at 7:05, but exclusive content like Capitol Wrestling's World War IV Live, exclusive Match Zero content, Capitol Wrestling Binge Mode Marathons, and the upcoming Level Up with Stephen James and more. Push the button and subscribe to Twitch.tv/Capitol Wrestling.
Hello everyone, my name is Candace Cordelia and you are watching Capitol Wrestling TV. I'm standing here next to Miss Portia Vaughn and Ariella Nix. And I understand that you have a really important announcement to make and you just wanted me to specifically be here for it, so have the floor.
You would be correct, Candace. I think you've noticed that the seasons are changing and spring has started to sprung. I'd like to remind everybody about what the nature of Capitol Wrestling was over a year ago. An environment in which dark clouds engulfed any strong female voice while it rained patriarchy for days on end. Our Capitol audience was caught in a deadly snowstorm of deception, favoritism, theft, each snowflake bigger than the last. But that thick blanket of sexism perpetrated by those in charge is starting to melt. And something powerful is about to blossom beneath. You see, Mother Nature will always reset its fragile ecosystem and prepare it for change. And while some things may never change, like the fight to keep the #Femivis revolution alive, sometimes April showers bring new champions. Prepare for the oncoming storm.
Well, there you have it. That was Portia Vaughn and Ariella Nix telling you to prepare for the storm. So I'm very curious to find out what that storm actually will be, and as I'm sure you are as well. Thanks for watching Capitol Wrestling.